Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca. This month I'm focusing on the Niyama called Saucha, which means purity or wholeness. And it was really tricky trying to figure out a yoga class that would sort of link up with this idea of purity, cleanliness, wholeness. I already did a class focusing on twists and detoxifying when I was focusing on non-excess. So I didn't want to repeat that idea. And then this morning it occurred to me to offer a restorative practice, which I've never done before. So most of the time I teach flow classes, which are, a lot of movement, sun salutations, very active. Restorative is the total opposite. It's like the lowest end of the spectrum in terms of energy output. We are going to be holding poses for about 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll just have a few poses. So we're going to start with a heart opener and then do a sideline twist, a forward bend, and then an inversion, very gentle inversion, legs up the wall. So restorative yoga, I am certified to teach, is all about healing from the inside out, really slowing down and relaxing fully and completely while still staying awake, of course, to allow that parasympathetic nervous system to kick in, the rest and digest response, to allow your body to do what it needs to do to repair any damage or just give you a little break. Our culture is so busy and go, go, go. And sometimes our yoga practice can be too. So today, for the idea of Saucha, I offer this restorative practice. So one thing about restorative yoga is it is a little bit prop intensive. I have a bolster, I have a strap, I have 2 blocks, 2 blankets, and of course my mat and my little furry helper. You don't need to have any of that stuff. It's really all about making yourself comfortable. So if most people have blankets, you might not have blocks, you could use books. I always recommend couch cushions, pillows, whatever you need, whatever props you need to make yourself comfortable. And the strap is optional as well. All right, let's get started. Oh, one more thing. I'm not gonna be playing any music. So if you want to play your own relaxing music and add your own soundtrack, you're more than welcome. I'll be doing minimal cues once we get set up. I won't be talking, so that you can have the experience of going inward and really just resting. Here we go. So like I said, we're going to start with a heart opener. So I'm going to start in supported fish pose using the bolster. I'm going to give you a couple of options. I'm going to lay my bolster down. I'm going to have to move my friend. Yeah. Thank you. And I'm gonna put it just above my sacrum so that when I lie down, my spine will be opened up by it. You could also do this with 2 blocks. You could have one under your spine and then one supporting your head. It's a little bit more intense. We're gonna be here for 10 minutes. So you want to really make sure that you're comfortable. And I'm going to bring my blocks and blankets over here so that I have them on hand. Excuse me. So like I said, we're going to lay down to where your heart and your chest is open. You want your head to be supported. Arms can come out to a side. Arms could be in a T shape, a cactus shape. Over your head is a little bit intense. Might not be sustainable for 10 minutes. You really want to be able to let go. but you can experiment, of course. Take your time getting set up. With the legs, they can be extended out straight, having the feet fall open. You could also have blocks under the thighs. Like so, or blocks under your hands. Like so. And then one more option I'm going to offer is to come into a reclined butterfly, so a Baddha Konasana, but supported. One thing you can do with the blanket is drape it over your abdomen for just a little bit of extra grounding. So lots of options in restorative yoga. And then once you find that position that makes you go, ah, then you give yourself permission to let go. Tuning into the breath. Trying to stay with the breath. Trying to let go of attachment to thought patterns. We're about halfway through. Another option is to carefully fold your blanket and place it under your head. Restorative yoga, one of my favorite expressions is the cascade of healing. So you want your body to be in a nice diagonal line, a nice gentle slope. But really, it's whatever feels comfortable. We're going to start our transition into the next posture. There's absolutely no rush. Restorative yoga is all about relaxation. So, if you had taken reclined butterfly, maybe slowly bring the legs back together. Turning the head side to side. Maybe taking a full body stretch. All right. I'm just going to use my bolster. I'm going to come sit on my left hip with my knees stacked here. And I'm going to turn towards my bolster. and gently come to lay down. So we're going to do this on both sides for about 5 minutes. So I have my blankets here if I want an extra little cushion for my head, but I don't have to have them there. You could also take your blanket, put it between your thighs like this, which protects your knee and ankle joints. Just makes everything a little more cozy. So here we go. And about 1 more minute. Returning to the body and the breath. Preparing to transition to the other side. I'm going to move the bolster so that you can still see me. But if you want to, you could also just roll over back between my knees and ankles. Scooch this a little bit closer. Put this little pillow here. And then take your time as you get into your sideline twist. Two more minutes. All right, we are going to gently come out of this one. We're going to prepare to move into our forward bend, or forward fold, I should say. All right, so we are coming into the forward fold. portion of our journey in restorative yoga. So again, I'm going to give you a couple of options. This is where you might want your strap. I'll move this to the side for now. You might want to find a butterfly, but with the strap supporting you. All right. Ooh. Hey. All right. So you put it around your knees like so, and then you would tighten it. There we go. So this is just one option. I'm gonna experiment with having my bolster in front of me, because again, we want to be able to just relax. So I could just kind of lay down like this. Eventually my upper back and neck will soften to where I can fully release. Another option would be have the legs extended. You could wrap this around your thighs as well for a little bit of extra support. And then come forward like so. So the strap gives you some extra just some extra feedback, some extra grounding, some extra containment so that you can really let go. So make sure everything is set up nice and how you want it. And then maybe I would put an extra blanket here. And eventually, just like in the other pose, because we'll be here for about 10 minutes, the upper back and neck will soften. Like so. And then the last option, just depending on what your body's craving, is to ditch the strap and come into a wide-legged straddle seat. I'm going to have my bolster set up here on these blocks so that as I come forward, I'm maintaining that slope. Again, you want to be nice and cozy. You want to wear comfortable clothes. And then I'm just going to walk forward. And we're going to be here, like I said, for about 10 minutes. So make yourself nice and comfortable. I'm just going to switch the turn of my head. We'll be here for about another 5 minutes. We're going to slowly begin to transition out of the pose. Maybe finding small movements in the fingers and toes. Using the strength of your arms to prop yourself back up. And we're going to come into our final pose, which is an inversion. If you have a wall available, that will probably be a good option. I'm going to do it against the wall, but I'll demo from the side first. I'm going to use my bolster for a little bit of extra support when I get there. I'm going to put it on my low back and sacrum. And lean back, and then my legs will go up the wall like so. So again, there's this nice gentle slope. You could put blankets, you could put nothing. You could also do this like waterfall legs up the wall pose without the support of the wall. You could put the strap back around your thighs, which I might do actually. But I'm going to turn so that I'm actually facing the wall. I'm going to move these out of the way as well. And we'll be here for about 10 minutes. Restorative poses are often held for about 5 to 20 minutes to really allow the body to settle. Let's see how graceful I can be at this. Okay, here we go. I'm going to make sure that's nice and comfy. Going to introduce a blanket behind my neck. There we go. Maybe, oops, pull that out of the way. Maybe another blanket over the belly. And then I'm going to use my blocks under my hands, like so. And we're good to go. This is really good for blood flow in the legs, resetting the nervous system.
We'll be here for about 5 more minutes if you want to make any adjustments. We're going to gently transition. Taking your time. Maybe you remove this blanket here. And then I'm going to just remove the bolster before I lower my legs. I think that'll be a little easier to dismount. Gently rolling onto your side. Taking a moment before returning to seated. So I will close with a brief meditation. Finding a comfortable seated position. Rooting into the earth with the tailbone, lengthening through the crown of the head. Bring the palms together at heart center. Find a lifting in the heart space. Face is soft. Forehead is soft. Belly is gently toned in and up.
Relax the tongue. And return to the breath. Gently blinking the eyes open. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhale, releasing them down by your sides. So that was a restorative yoga class. I hope that you feel nice and relaxed and rejuvenated. Again, my name is Rebecca. Each month I focus on a different yama or niyama, at least this year, and I offer a yoga class dedicated to that concept around the time of the full moon. So this month was Saucha or purity, and I chose to offer a restorative inspired yoga class to promote healing, well-being, and really practice stillness, mindfulness, being in the present moment with whatever it has to offer, the purity of the present moment. So thank you so much. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for tuning in. See you next time.